Well, we are about to see the emergence of Boom Boom, Cedric Kongaika, to centering here at the Vodafone Arena. Highlights here of that show up in Sydney. His best performance to date at the Sydney Town Hall, Cedric Kongaika, and you'll see why they call him Boom Boom Hammer, those rapid hands of his. Cedric Kongaika makes his way to centering. Another charge from the Paul Fifield Silver Fox Stables at the Underworld Gym to take on the much taller Kevin Blanch from the Bulldog Stables of Nick Stone in New South Wales. This one a single K1 match fight set for 3 3-minute rounds. Of course, great news, Hammer, the K1 Oceania winner this year in July here at the Vodafone Arena will only have to fight in one more qualifying fight in Saitama in October to qualify for the World Grand Prix. Well, virtually a direct route now for the K1 Oceania winner.
I know they're certainly going to be good because the fighters in the K1 last year, there was just so many injuries and so much recovery time needed, obviously fighting in the super heavyweight division. So the less damage you can incur getting into the final, well, all the better.
Well, dressed in the traditional Mong Kong headpiece of the Muay Thai fighter, their charms around the neck. Here comes Kevin Blanch stepping through the ropes. And we are set for 3 threes under K1 rules. He's a tall boy we've seen on a few occasions, Kevin Blanch, and very well put together.
He trains out at the Underworld Gym in Melbourne under the watchful eye of Silver Fox Paul Fifield. Weighing in at 100 kilograms, he is Cedric Boom Boom Kongaika.
In the red corner, he trains out of the Bulldog Gym of Nick Stone in Sydney. Weighing in at 99 kilograms, Kevin Blanch.
Well, all is in readiness for this K1 heavyweight tournament. Malcolm Bullner, third man in centering, the raging Bullner Hammer, one of the best refs in the business. Last-minute instructions and words there with the Silver Fox Paul Fifield. Of course, the man who took Sam Greco to the heights of K1 stardom.
He certainly did, and Sam Greco, one of Australia's best, right up there, of course, with Stan the Man.
Okay, welcome to center ring, gentlemen. Good, clean fight. Obey my instructions at all times. Shake hands now. Come on, fighting at the bell. Good luck to both you fighters.
Hammer, is it just me, or is Nick Stone a dead ringer for Anthony LaPuglia? He is an Anthony LaPuglia lookalike in the red corner. Look at that. I'm telling you, Nick Stone and Anthony LaPuglia, dead ringers.
Okay, yes, Michael.
We are set. First of 3 3-minute rounds. K1 rules to apply. Michael Chavello ringside with the Hammer Mark Castanini. Brought to you by the super promoter Tarek Solak. We're underway. Hope you're enjoying it right around Australia and New Zealand. Boom Boom Kongaika moving around the ring, takes some knees to the sternum early on, and there's the big handiwork you come to expect from the Islander.
Well, this looks like better work from Kongaika.
Tosca Petrides also in the corner of Kongaika.
I tell you what, and Kongaika would have done a few rounds with Tosca, and you won't find a harder sparring partner than Petrides.
Tough as they come.
I don't think he knows how to spar, Michael. I think he's flat out every time he steps through the ropes, Tosca.
Competitive nature of Tosca Petrides, and a standing count being applied here by referee Malcolm Bullner. Early fall to the ground from Kevin Blanch. Kongaika taking him by surprise early on. Front kick to the midsection there from Blanch.
Well, Blanch is going to have to get it back now because, of course, that count.
Big left hook to the side of the head. Knee, a real gut muncher, trying to put the belly button through the back there was Kongaika. Inside thigh kick from Blanch. Really has to compose himself here.
Flat-footed Blanch. He wants to be up on the balls of his feet. He's hurt now.
He's hammering him. Kevin Blanch taking more hits than the internet so far in this fight. Knee to the midsection from Blanch, trying to use those Muay Thai skills of his. Looping left over the top of the guard there from Kongaika. Body rip from Kongaika was a nice one. And he's really doing a number on Kevin Blanch here in the opening round. 1.5 minutes down, 1.5 remaining.
Fight.
Front kick to the midsection there from Blanch. Kongaika moving in, thought about the body rip again. He's got that arm protecting the midsection from the knees of Blanch.
Kongaika's on the inside. He just wants to tie up and clinch up against Blanch because those knees are going to do some damage. It's no use trying to outbox on a Muay Thai grapple because the knees just keep raining in on you. And in that close, you just can't get any trajectory on your punches, Michael. You can't get enough momentum in your hands.
Both hands, I'll take a point off you. Okay? Just one hand. If you're not going to punch or kick, don't use that.
Very skilled up there, Malcolm Bullner on the K1 rules. The grapple with one hand, you must knee and then release under K1 rules. Don't forget, folks, that you can pin a fighter in the corner and unload on him as well with your free hand. Kongaika going over the top of the big right hand, looking for the big kibosh now to the jaw of Kevin Blanch.
Well, Blanch is just sticking his chin way too high in the air, and it's leaving it as an open target for those overhands from Kongaika. He wants to keep his guard up. Blanch has got to just be a lot tighter in defence. Certainly has the skill level. He's got the skill level. Michael, sorry to interrupt you. He's got the skill level, but he's just got to get tighter and he's got to get busier.
Jumping knee to the midsection there from Kevin Blanch, although I'd have to say this round probably belongs to Kongaika. Started it very strongly and he got the drop early on, so it will be a 10-8 round to Kongaika. Oh, high knee looking for the jaw there by Blanch. He's wobbled him. Well, the knees went there from Kongaika.
Well, I'll tell you,
and he's a tough boy, Hammer, because he took that one smack bang on the snoggin.
Cedric really has to just grab that waist of Blanch and haul it in, grapple him up around the waist. He's obviously not schooled in the Thai style grappling and kneeing, and Blanch, that has certainly redeemed him a bit. I still give that after the count. I'll still give it a 10 to Kongaika and a 9 to Blanch, but Blanch, geez, he redeemed himself.
Up. He's not pulling him up. It's up to you to do something about it. The referee's not pulling him up, so push him off so you can work your hands. If you land again cleanly on him, mate, you've got to put him away, okay? But you've got to throw him, mate. Don't go for the big one. Go for the few smaller ones. The big one will find its way there, okay?
Okay, everything okay. That rule is a bit...
it is a bit hard. I understand, mate. I know.
But I'll try and do the best I can with it, okay?
Take some points off for our sake. Clean shots. Clean shots. Not big shots, just clean ones, mate. He can't take a big shot. He can't take little shots.
Jumping knee from Blanch as he stalks forward, short left hook after it, another one, but Kongaika just trying to unload with the big hands. But it's when the grapple is applied that Kongaika gets himself in all sorts of trouble. Instead of trying to tidy up around the shoulder, he wants to hook the waist.
Into the next round of action. Second round set for 3-3. Good solid round from Kongaika, except in the closing moments when Blanch did land the knee to the jaw and one to the nose of Kongaika. And maybe luckily for the Islander that the bell did sound when it did. And again, boom, boom, opening up like a house on fire, rattling those shots to the head of Kevin Blanch.
See Blanch trying to chamber Kongaika's head out to the side. That is the correct setup for the knee to the jaw, but he's got to just haul it out that little bit further. Roundhouse knee to the jaw, bang, that's the effect that you're hoping for.
Trying to line up the big farewell knee off the right there. Kevin Blanch then goes off the left. Overhand left it was from Kongaika. And Blanch just looping the hands around the back of the neck, trying to control the momentum of Cedric Kongaika.
Blanch is getting a little bit of tunnel vision happening, Michael. All he's seeing is the knee strikes now. He's not working the hands and feet as well. Nice front kick, overlapping hands, hook up, then work your knees. That's what Blanch wants to do. There's a knee.
High knee and right to the side of the head of Cedric Kongaika. He's taken another one. Kongaika in trouble in the clinch, wants to get out of there. A little bit of fancy footwork to get out of dodge for Kongaika.
I think if this fight was a kickboxing fight, certainly it would be a whole new ball game. But the knees, the Thai-style knees of Blanch are certainly what's confounding Kongaika.
Well, this is a much more effective round here for Kevin Blanch. Has to be ahead on our unofficial scorecards on this one, Hammer. Inside thigh kick was a nice one. So was the tagging right hand. Kongaika's been hurt here in the second round. He's taken one to the nose. Trying to put the nose through the back of the head here, Kevin Blanch.
Now he's got it right. You see, when he's getting the grapple on, he's trying to now hook the waist. That's what he should have done earlier. Hook the waist, bring the waist in, push your shoulder forward, and arch your opponents backwards rather than letting him generate the power forwards.
Well, Kevin Blanch has got his game on here in the second round. Overhand right came close, but missed the mark for Kongaika. Kongaika head dangerously low. That knee's going to come up and under from Blanch. Kongaika backed against the ropes now, taking some punishment. Overhand right, couldn't get through the guard. Kevin Blanch all over him. Nice knee to the midsection from Blanch.
So this is where Blanch should be now kicking as well. Low kicks to the thigh in close, step back, kick the inside, outside thigh, but Kevin's just totally zoned into trying to finish this one with knee strikes.
Uppercut getting through the guard there from Blanch, just not enough mustard behind it to do any real damage. High knee again to the nose.
Okay, right, bring it up.
I tell you what, Hammer, he's going to have some trouble breathing through the nose tomorrow. Cedric Kongaika, he's taken that many hits. Oh, big overhand right from Kongaika. Blanch just shrugs it off. This has been the round of the New South Welshman for sure.
Certainly he's putting some solid points down on the scorecard here, Kevin Blanch.
And has Kongaika run out of steam here in the second round? A wild right uppercut from Kongaika. Blanch, after he was dropped early on in the first round, definitely has rallied back, and there's a welt under the left eye now of Cedric Kongaika, courtesy of those high right knees. End of the second round of action, Hammer. You've got to give that one the way of KB.
You could almost give this one a 10-8 round, but I'll be conservative and I'll give it 10-9. Although on the scorecard there, you'll see the corners are the wrong way around, the red and the blue. I'm not sure if the fighters have perhaps stepped into the wrong side, but nevertheless, it is. At this point, it's even. It's there for the taking. Kongaika, after getting that count on Blanch in the first round, and then Blanch coming back with some solid knee strikes. The second round consolidating for Kevin Blanch. The Bulldog gym boy is certainly showing his forte in Thai boxing. And this is why a kickboxer always finds it so hard to match up against a Thai fighter, especially if they're half reasonable with their kicks and punches to boot.
Well, here's how it went down there in the second round. The high knees from Kevin Blanch really doing the damage, especially to the eye socket of Cedric Kongaika, and opening up that red welt under the left eye of Kongaika. And a great comeback in the second stanza from Blanch after early on in the first round. He looked done for after an early drop. We've now got one more round to go, dead even on the Hammer's unofficial scorecard. And it is still anyone's for the taking. Third and final round. Body shots already from Kongaika. And again, Kevin Blanch latching on behind the back of the neck and trying to drill those knees up and under the nose of Kongaika. Double jab from Kongaika. Couldn't get through the front kick of Blanch. He's got to pick him up a little bit more with that one when Kongaika comes in.
It's one of these things that I know it's a bit of a pet hate of yours, Michael, but K1 rules are fairly stringent in that you can't grapple up for too long. And I think Blanch is certainly pushing the boundaries of the time that he's hanging on and grappling.
He is indeed, and I don't hate pets either, Hammer. Straight right hand there from Kongaika, then goes to the body of Blanch. Blanch ties him up again. Malcolm Bullner, the raging Bullner, separates both men.
Why did you used to always kick my dog then, Michael?
This is true, because he snored. That was annoying. Nice leg check there from Blanch, from the inside thigh kick from Kongaika. And it's still anyone's for the taking. Trying to pull that head down to the side, as the Hammer mentioned, and launch the big kibosh off the left knee there was Blanch. Kongaika really needs to up the tempo here in the third stanza.
I'll tell you what, Kongaika, he's working very well.
He's with the right hand.
He's got some good hand skills, you know. He really pushes forward with those hand skills, but he's got to have something to back it up. And when he gets into that grapple, he's very uncomfortable, and that's where his game plan's falling over a little bit.
Outside thigh kick there from Kongaika. Can he land that right hand again? You can hear Tarek Solak also telling Cedric Kongaika to really jump on Kevin Blanch.
Obviously, Cedric is managed by Tarek Solak, so he's going to have a little bit of an allegiance there, I'd say.
Inside thigh kick from Blanch. Might take the starch out of Kongaika, not enough power behind it. Trying to launch that knee again off the left from Blanch.
Spun the head and
dangerously low here. Overhand right, trying to get his way out of there. The dogged and determined Cedric Kongaika. 1 minute 55 down now, Hammer.
A lot of pressure, as I said, coming from the Paul Fifield stable down in the Underworld gym. You've got so much pressure on you, the boys have to perform if they come from there, or they go back to the gym and they get absolutely caned.
Both men squared off in the centre of the ring. 2 minutes 10 down now into the final minute. Short left hook there from Kongaika.
But Blanch really needs to get busy. Again, he's just focusing on the grappling and the knees. He wants to keep working his hands and feet underneath. Let the kicks flow, let the hands flow. If the grapple's there, knee. But Blanch certainly in close. Once he applies the grapple, well, it's all his way. Tidy front kick from Blanch, negating the round kick from Kongaika.
Blanch moves in again, backing Kongaika against the ropes. Kongaika now guarded up against the high knee. Tries to launch an overhand right. Takes one on the ear. A little bit of a rattle around of the ears there for Cedric Kongaika. Short left hand from Kevin Blanch in close, and Malcolm Bullner separates both men. Good work rate here from Kevin Blanch in the final round. Of course, Kongaika hasn't got long left.
Some great support to all the fights here. Crazy John has been with Tarek Solak all this time, and he's right behind all these fights, and he's putting his business, and of course all the sponsorship behind all the great fights. So thank you to Crazy John and all the sponsors tonight. I'm going to give that last round obviously to Kevin Blanch. I'd say he's just too busy with the knees. He was working solidly, And geez, take nothing away from Kongaika. He's got a lot of heart. And if you school him up a little bit more in the old Thai style grappling, and he learns how to negate those knees and the grappling techniques of a Thai fighter, he's going to be a force. Relatively inexperienced though, Kongaika. Let's not forget, he's stepped up, and he's stepped up big time, Michael. He hasn't really spent any time fighting as an amateur. Straight to pro, straight into the big time, and you've got to respect him for that. And he's well schooled, and his hands are certainly a lethal weapon if he gets a chance to unload. But Kevin Blanch not letting him do that tonight. Clever tactics there from Nick Stone and the boys from the Bulldog Gym in Sydney. They had it worked out, and they thought the knees were the way to go, and it certainly, I think on my scorecard anyway, I'm showing it going to be a success to Blanch via the way of his busy knee techniques.
Well, it was an awesome third round from Kevin Blanch, the busier of the two. Kongaika did connect with some solid right hands to the jaw, but every time he came in, he found the hand being looped around the back of the neck, courtesy of Blanch, and Blanch just working those knees to the midsection and the jaw. He does possess that Islander power in his hands, though, Cedric Kongaika.
Forget the Islander power, Michael. It's the Islander determination.
True.
And those heads made of steel. That really makes it a task when you step up to any fighter from the Pacific region.
Well, the unknockoutables, Mark Hunt and Ray Sefor. And let's go across now to Michael Roberts.
Well, another fight that's gone the distance. 3 judges tonight. Mark Corey voted at 29-28. Bryce Birtwistle voted at 29-27. And Jamal Hassan voted at 30-29. A unanimous points decision. Kevin Blanch.
Well, there you have it, folks. Unanimous decision going the way of the boy from the Bulldog Gym, Kevin Blanch. And he did it via the Muay Thai techniques, locking on the grapple and working the knees to the midsection and face of Cedric Kongaika. Great display from Kevin Blanch, winner by unanimous decision. Don't forget, folks, we are back here at the Vodafone Arena on July 27 for the K1 Oceania and K1 World GP in Melbourne, featuring the likes of Stan the Man, Mark Hunt, and a whole array of international and local K1 stars. And this is how Kevin Blanch was on his way to victory by unanimous decision.
Certainly Kevin Blanch found his forte, of course, his knee strikes, and he just went to work. And Kongaika just had no answers. He really needed to just get a little bit more schooled in how to grapple up, bring his hip in. What he did is he gave Blanch room to work. That was his worst mistake. Instead of dropping his hips back, he should have hauled the hips in and grabbed on that waist and negated Blanch's grappling techniques. And of course, he could have then got room to break and work his punches and his kicks. But it was just the knee and the wear-down techniques, the wear-down fight style of Kevin Blanch that told the story. The waist clinch, what you're seeing right there on screen, is what Kongaika should have done. As soon as he felt that grapple on, bang it up, put the grapple on down low and negate the knees.